Hello everybody, welcome back to Commonwealth Picker. My name is Kevin and we are in the eBay cave and we had a few good sales today, nothing amazing, but if you watched the video when we did a little retail arbitrage at Walmart from a few days back, you'll notice that we bought a bunch of Christmas trees and we had another one sell today. So we're selling them in January, which is fine. That usually happens every year. People, when they have it on the front of their mind, they'll sometimes do a little bit of Christmas shopping, preparing for next year. So, at any rate, it's a decent little sale, and we'll take them. We bought a total of 15 trees, so I'll let you take a look at which ones sold in just a minute. And I had an unbelievable little gift that somebody sent me. A Patriot Picker out there sent me something, and I want to show you all what he sent me because it had me laughing, and Blue Ridge Mama was laughing too. It was pretty funny. Just want to thank y'all again for 5,000 subscribers. We put that on yesterday, and I have my hat back on today. And a little update. Maybe I haven't showed you too much video with the Commonwealth cabin lately. Maybe I'll throw a little bit in. We're slowly but surely making progress, trying to keep the cost down and not pay too much for some things and recycling some items and things like that. So it's coming along, and I hope to be in that by the end of January. And so many new subscribers out there. I just want to thank all of you. I want to thank the subscribers that have been around for a long time, that comment all the time. I feel like I've got to know so many of you. I really appreciate it. And a lot of the new subscribers are commenting too, and I'm getting to know some of you, and that's awesome. And a lot of you have gone back and watched some of the old videos, some of the old playlists, and I really appreciate you doing that. It gives you a little bit of a heads up on some of the storylines that we're doing in here, and some of the yard sales like the Happy Little Accident, or the Lost and Found golf course yard sale that we've been doing. And we've been tracking 3 different yard sales at this point. And we'll add a few more in and take a few out as the days and months go by. Thank you for doing that and going back and watching some of the old garage sale videos as well. So we appreciate it. And we also had a little bit of vintage clothing sale. And I love it when vintage clothing sells for full price. No best offer, nothing like that. This was a kind of set it and forget it. It had been on the store since I think May. Is how long it's been in the store, and we never touched it, and we put it out there for a decent amount of money. And the type of thing that sells and also how you list it is important. So we'll let you take a look. And a lot of you I know aren't clothing sellers out there, but some of you are, and I learn a lot from you, and hopefully you learn a little bit from me. I wouldn't consider myself a clothing seller, but I do sell clothes. I think that's probably 20% of my sales, maybe 25% at times of my sales. I'd probably say 20 though, is probably closer to what we're looking at. And we do make a decent amount of money. And Blue Ridge Mama, it's probably closer to 75% of her sales, and she does a pretty good job. And this item that sold today was definitely an item that she bought. So let's take a look at what sold. All right, first item was a Christmas Ornaments keepsake, and this one happened to be one that was really good. A lot of these don't sell for much at all, and some of them don't sell at all. And if they didn't sell at all, even if we had multiples, if we were going to only make a buck or two, a lot of times we would go and put them in our antique booth, and we'll put a couple bucks on them. We're into these for just pennies. I mean, we're into these for nothing. Maybe 20 cents at the most, but I bought a box for $2 and these were in it. So that particular box were in it for literally pennies, 3 or 4 pennies. There was a huge box of this stuff. And we sold these really well. Matter of fact, I think there's just one left at this point. And we have like 6 of these from that same box. And they've sold for $20 a piece. So $20, you're looking at, let's say it's a $14.25 profit. That's after expenses, like shipping materials, fees, everything. So $14, and like I said, I think there's 6 of them. So that box was paid for with one of these, and we had dozens and dozens of ornaments. So buying in bulk sometimes pays off, and this one it surely did. This is so tiny is what it's called. It's got 6 little mice in there. And here's the second one, same thing. I don't know why I'm showing you this, but this is, I sold 2. And a lot of times that happens on eBay. It's after Christmas. These things sold within minutes of each other, and they sold to different people. So what'll happen is eBay will send out an alert. It'll tell you, hey, there's only one of these items left, and somebody will see it and they'll snatch it right up. And that's what happened today. So there's one more to go. Speaking of clothing, I just saw a message come across my phone. I'm videoing on my phone, and it's from Heart Pickers. Heart Pickers just put out a video. So if you want to know clothing, you got to check him out. All right, so here is the vintage clothing. And I don't know if you can see this tag, but it says King's Road Shop. And I think that's a Sears brand. It is. Look, it says right there, Sears. I think I've sold this before. And it says the men's store, made in Hong Kong, size medium, polyester. Here's the shirt, wonderfully hideous shirt that we have here. Really soft and good shape. Looks like it's got one tiny little pick right there, but it's in pretty good shape. And my wife bought this for $3.99 at the Goodwill, and she listed it and she sold it. It sold for 40 bucks. 40 bucks. And this is, like I said, it's a pretty good little sale. I'm happy with it. And let me read you the title here. It says Vintage 70s Blue Kings Road Sears Men's Large Hippie Polyester Ugly Disco Shirt, size medium. If I listed it, I'd put in like Mr. Furley, you know, from Three's Company. Sometimes putting that in there helps to sell something like this. But it definitely is an interesting looking shirt. I would say it's from the late 70s is my guess. But I am not positive of that, so I would say late 70s is my guess. All right, here is the Christmas tree. This is the green one, the multicolored green one. We only bought 2 different types this year because that's all they had at Walmart. Bought 15 trees. We've already sold 2 of them now. And I usually sell a couple, 2, 3, and then the rest sit until next year. So hopefully we'll get 1 or 2 more sales out of these. We buy it for 10, we sell it for 40. So after fees and all that, you're looking at $23 to $25 in profit for 1 tree, and I bought 15. Space is an issue, so if you don't have space, don't buy something like this because you're going to be sorry you did. And don't buy too many because the volume and the sell-through rate isn't great on these. But I usually sell between 10 and 20 a year, so I figured 15 was a good number. All right, here's an item that just sat and sat. This is listed almost, I think it was listed a year ago. And it is something I pulled out. I bought a box full of audio-video equipment from a church. And they obviously had cleaned it out, but it was a church-based system. It was probably thousands and thousands of dollars for this system that I bought and sold most of the pieces off. But this was a straggler and took forever. I think I paid 20 bucks for the box and probably made 300 or 400 bucks on it. And I think there's one other cord that came from that lot, but this is it. It's used. Obviously, I couldn't test all the equipment. I talked to the guy for a little while, and they said they got a new set and that this was all working and all wonderful and fine. And so I just started selling it as working, even though I had no way to test it. And the first couple items I had no problems whatsoever. And I'm like, so I felt pretty comfortable that everything was working. And I never had any returns on anything in that lot. So I just kept selling it. And this sold for 12 bucks. And it's probably right around 12 ounces. Might even go over 12 ounces. So we're not going to make a ton of money on this. But it's a pretty safe bet we'll make at least $6 on this guy. So a little pinball replacement, which I often sell these things, which isn't a lot of money. And Blue Ridge Mama made a few sales, and there was one sale out of the Homeschool Hustler store. See if I can get Turner in here. If I can't track him down, I know Turner saw Star Wars the other day. First time he's ever watched Star Wars. And so now he thinks he's a Jedi, and he runs around the house with those little fake lightsabers. And those little sabers, I gotta watch out. Sometimes he gets me with them. But if I can track him down and corral him in here for a minute, maybe he'll tell you what sold out of the Homeschool Hustler store. If not, I'll tell you what sold out of the Homeschool Hustler store. And my wife sold something out of, I think it was Mercari the other day, and one out of Poshmark, but I think we only have a video out of the Mercari sale. And so I'll throw that one on here as well and let you see what sold on Mercari. And we had a late sale yesterday. I think it was a book, and I'll throw that one on here as well because we shipped that out in a previous day. And so it wasn't a huge day of sales, but hey, any day is a good day of sales, especially when you can make about $25 on an item that you just bought and are kind of recouping our money. We've almost made back the money. If we sold one more tree, we'd make back all the money we spent on all 15 trees. So that would be really nice if we could get that money back and kind of set us up so we're not into those trees for anything. And then come Christmas next year, you know, if we sold 10 of those trees, you now have $250 more right when you need it at Christmas time. That's when it gets really tight around here for us anyways. I imagine it's the same for you. But we manage to sell so much in November and December that we don't have to go in debt to pay for Christmas. And that's something I wouldn't want to do anyways. But it is a great strategy, you know. If you put in the work in the summertime and in the early fall, listing, you can spend money at Christmas and not even have to see a difference in January. It's just something to think about. It's what we do. I'm sure a lot of you out there do the same. Hang around and we'll let Blue Ridge Mama and hopefully Turner, one of the Homeschool Hustlers, show you what's sold. And if you like, sometimes we put shipping on the end of these videos and we speed it up like 4 or 5 times the speed, and we let you take a look at that. If you really like those shipping videos and you are new to the program, I'll put some extra shipping and I'll slow down the speed to maybe 2 times. I think we put a normal speed video on Commonwealth Flipper so that people who are really kind of new, they just want to see how you package up certain things. I think I put one of those on there the other day. So if you're interested in that, you can go over to Commonwealth Flipper and watch that. And a lot of you pros out there, you're not concerned too much with how I ship things, but we'll often throw those on. So I might throw a little bit on to the end of this video. If not, go over to Commonwealth Flipper and you can check it out over there. All right, y'all, thanks for joining us, and hang around and see what else we sold. Had one more sale and I didn't talk about it. It's from the Homeschool Hustler store. It was just a Harry Potter book, and it's not in the greatest of condition. I think we got $7 plus shipping on it, and I paid $2, so it wasn't amazing, but it'll work. All right, just had a last minute sale. Blue Ridge Mama sold something on Mercari, and this sold for I think 16 bucks and profit of like $6 or $7 for this little North Face woman's, what is it, baby?
Cycling jersey.
Cycling jersey. All right, I found a Homeschool Hustler, and this sold out of the Homeschool Hustler store. So Turner, you're going to get $1, and you're going to get $1 to save, and you are going to get $1 to donate. Okay?
Okay.
All right, who are those things?
Mickey Mouse and Halloween.
Yeah, it's Mickey Mouse Halloween. Those are clings. I don't know what they're called. Color clings. And these are obviously vintage here. And I bought these at a yard sale. A lot of you, if you've been around, you've seen the garage sales. We were buying from a reseller, and he had a bunch of these. And we tried to end up making a deal, and we ended up making a deal, I think, for 40 cents a piece. So we're into them for $1.60. And I bought a bunch of them. I bought a whole stack of them. So we got a few lots of these things, maybe 5 or 6 lots. Not all lots of 4. Some are lots of 3. Some are lots of 2. And there's a couple singles. But I think these were listed for 15 bucks. I think I took an offer for $13.50. I didn't even know I had best offer on there. I probably didn't. Probably got changed. But nonetheless, I got $13.50 for them. I'm into them for $1.60. So it's a pretty nice little, probably close to $7 profit. Maybe $6.50, something like that. Okay. All right. And I'm happy with that. These are the kind of things that I like to sell. Thought they would sell a little bit better at Halloween. Only sold 1, I think. So maybe the rest will sell by next Halloween. Tell them goodbye.
Bye.
Hang around and you will see the gift from Patriot Picker. It's pretty cool. You got to check it out. Hey, got a little mail in the P.O. box, and I thought I'd show you what's inside. This is from Patriot Picker. I already opened one side of it up here, and we'll open it up and show you what's inside. And if you watch any of the garage sale videos, he was in one of them. He scared me, to be honest with you. I was looking through some jackets, and I saw him peek through, and he started talking to his wife, and I was like, uh-oh, what's going on? Is he mad at me for looking at these jackets? Turned out that he was a viewer. He has his own channel, Patriot Picker, and I think that video was entitled, This Garage Sale Wouldn't Sell Bibles, but They Would Sell Playboys, or something like that. Anyway, you can go back and take a look at that, and let's take a look what's inside. All right, there you go. Look at this. I can't even believe it. I have seen these on eBay before, but I've never found one. This is some Eneman scrubs, if you can believe that. That is hilarious. And you got to tell me where you found that thing. Oh, it says it right here. It says, pick this up out while sourcing. I couldn't resist. Sorry, it's not more your size. I'll refrain from giving you a new nickname. Chris, the Patriot Picker. That is hilarious. I don't know what we're going to do with that thing, but I don't know. I might wear it one day. What do you think? Think that look good? A little V-cut, though. It might be a little revealing if I put it on. Who knows? Thank you so much, Chris. Appreciate it.